Your news. It's Rise Guys Headlines.
Good morning, everyone, and let's talk about what we do.
Hey, did you get nervous when you're doing the news and there's a camera right on you?
You look like you're up to something on the camera.
Do I look sneaky? Because I try
Little
not
bit.
to look shifty when I do it.
You look
Because I
like
have to
There's
bend
an F
over.
in there.
Uh,
It didn't sound like
I
it.
have to bend over and try not to do that.
look like you're up to something.
All right.
Are you
Well,
nervous because
more.
Terrell Davis is behind you?
No. I'm
Hut,
not.
hut.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He even signed it. All right. So this is what we silently judge each other for. There's things that didn't make the list this year.
Today in Whisper Court.
Spitting in public, that didn't make the list, which should be, because that's wrong if you do that. Also,
Is-
forgetting your name, forgetting someone's name, that's rude.
That's part of why the guy in Singapore got caned. Remember that?
For spitting?
Yeah, that was part of it. And he vandalized some stuff too, but he got his whips, his lashings, which he wasn't the only one, but
And he changed professional wrestling to what it is today.
Hmm.
He did.
one
That
the
happened
kendo
in-
stick.
It happened in Singapore.
Yep. His birthday's coming up in a little bit.
Well, people were sharing more examples
Same.
of
Yeah.
when they secretly judge others. For example, people who cut in line. You're going to judge that person.
I was taught at a young age you defend your territory in that.
Yeah.
Not with your
What?
fists, but
Punch
like
him out of the way.
you say something.
Excuse me,
Man. Yeah.
sir.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
No, I'm not a fan of that at all.
If dad was parking the car and y'all went ahead and got in line, I'm fine with that. But don't meet somebody there and then because you got there early and got in line, that they just get to swoop right in.
Swoopers.
Unless it's me doing it, that's fine.
You don't swoop. You sloop.
Swoop.
Oh,
Well,
I wanna.
if I'm the one doing it, it's fine. But if other people doing it, I hate it.
Ah,
Just cutting in line without knowing somebody or having some reason to is the worst.
Mhm.
That's one of the worst things. This is the rudest me first thing.
Mhm.
But
Me
the
too.
cutting in line
Me
thing is worse
first,
than in traffic.
how about people who
That's dangerous.
cry
Yeah, but it's where it happens the most.
Yeah.
in front of the camera and post it on social media?
Yeah, because if you got a guy who's tearing ass down the highway and he tries to cut in like 10 cars up, nobody's going to let him in. Especially if you get up there, you catch up to him, you're not going to let him in.
No.
Did this happen like yesterday or this
sounds
morning
personal.
even?
Not to me.
Oh.
It sounded like a recent thing happened to Fat Boy. He's just agreeing. It's happened to everybody a bunch of times.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't let people out or let them in.
How
Depends on
about-
what mood I'm in. If I'm in one of those things, one of those lanes where it's got to merge and I'm in the right one, the correct one,
Uh-huh.
and I know the way you're driving up that you realize it ends and you're not just going to fall back,
Oh, you want to cut over in front of me? I don't think
I
so.
will push you off in the median.
If if it makes things easier, I'll let people in, let people out. I don't
It's-
mind.
It's fun when you can block an exit where they slow down to let you go to get over, but you keep going at the same pace. And
You're
they can't
a
exit
jerk.
all. They gotta keep going.
Fat Boy's the reason
He is.
for traffic jams.
In accidents.
In the future, if all we have, let's say it's a mandate, not like that, but a government one,
Calm down, Fat Boy.
that you can only have electric cars and they will be self-driving. Will our stress levels as
That's
American
a
what?
win. The mandate, if it's a win.
Oh yeah, but will it lower our stress levels as Americans or worldly or wherever? Because that's the one stressor that anybody that works away from home or pretends to work from home and you're really at the Yalla Mall going to the outlets.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that everybody can agree. Yeah, you're not road raging, but somebody else is, and then that causes the trickle down, the ripple.
Yeah, man.
Great drink.
I think a lot now about how I used to. I still enjoy going out for a drive. I like driving. I like driving around. Driving's fun.
It is.
But man, I miss when you could actually find a back road didn't have a bunch of cars on it. Now, anytime I go anywhere, there's cars everywhere, and you can't just go cruise around anymore.
You have to go fast. You can't go slow.
Well, it depends. Sometimes you want to go fast, and you have to go slow.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the opposite. I
Well,
just
If
wish
it's
there
too
was-
fast, you're too low.
if I get out in the middle of the country, there shouldn't be any traffic. There's all
No.
kind of damn traffic, though.
Everywhere.
You might run into a
Too many
tractor.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's another thing we
Slow your
silently
mo.
judge people for, and this is a biggie in this building. This is huge. Not washing your hands in a public restroom, especially at work. If you don't do that, people talk about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, that's,
Guilty, Your Honor. Not of I'm talking about of judging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cannot stand it.
You got to do it.
I
man.
can't.
Why would you not do it?
I don't know. Are you trying to be?
I mean, what if you miss?
Well, I'm surprised, Fat Boy, like with your personality type, a lot of the things you say, I'm surprised you ain't on here saying, oh, man, sometimes I deliberately don't wash my hands so I go touch other people's stuff.
I didn't think about that. I
Get
should.
your germs
Like
all
with the
over.
logic you use for driving in traffic, it seems like you would not wash your hands and go touch stuff.
You don't want to take him
Yeah.
to do high five at Ocean Lakes. You give him a high five. I just touched my dingling.
Ew.
Well, well,
A 15-mile-per-hour chase would go through the entire campground, flowing over to Pirate Land, local beach resorts.
mm,
So here's the top 2 of things that people are silently judged for: giving a sentimental gift to someone, then recording their emotional response.
Ah.
Even if
Yeah, like it's not a bit.
It's not a bit. I want to remember these
Ugh.
treasured moments and make a reel out of it.
uh-huh.
it makes it feel less genuine and more exploitive if you do that. But
Wow.
that's all right. I'm not, not judging you here. Here's one that drives people crazy. We all could be guilty of this: vague posting on social media. That's when you post something like,
Oh, yes.
no explanation behind it, and then
Need prayer request, please.
I won't do those. I don't know what they're praying for. It
I
could
know.
be something felonious.
You better tell me.
Hmm.
This is going to go unsaid.
I pray that they don't find the body.
Yeah, really.
and then people are judging you because you don't clean up after your dog. If it poops, clean it up.
I pray the Windex got the fingerprints off the window.
Everybody on Facebook's passive aggressive. Like, tag somebody if you're going to be a dick to them. Call them out. Tag them. Don't be so, you know who you are. If you know, you
Now,
know.
if you say that, yes. If you say you know who you are, then I agree with you. But if you just exclaim a moment where you feel some way, your guilt starts showing. Not yours, Fat Boy, but a lot of people's guilt starts showing when they say, "Oh, I wonder if you're talking about me,"
Mm-hmm.
and they might be, or maybe they're not, or maybe you just feel guilty.
like, if somebody says,
Guilty as
I
charged.
figure if they was talking to me, they'd attack me.
Yeah.
if somebody's ex posts something on Facebook and they're like, I see you, my so-called friends, liking that post, or I see you comment, like, call them
Oh,
out.
people love to say my so-called friends.
Yeah, I want to
My
know who they are.
supposed friends.
I want to know who they are.
Then again, those are probably people who say supposedly instead.
Well, I think those supposedly friends are, it's weird that they would still follow your exes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking at you, Paige. I'm just,
Oh,
I don't know which screen Fat Boy's on this camera.
Like, I had a buddy who's like, my daughter's at a pool party and these girls are in bathing suits and my grown-ass friends are commenting on it. And I'm like, what?
My
are they
grown
saying?
ass
That's wrong.
friends.
That's wrong.
Wait,
Back
let me see
away.
that post.
Your other
Back
friends
away.
still in class? What the hell?
Let me see what they're saying.
All
that's
right.
all. Yeah, you gotta tell you something weird I saw on a social media thing the other day.
Yeah.
A girl posted a photo of like a lot of cleavage hanging out. She's like laying down on the couch or the bed or whatever, a lot of cleavage hanging out.
Floweth over.
And a dude I know and I see around town a good bit commented on it, and he complimented the veins and the boobs specifically. I'm like, this is one of the weirdest things I ever seen.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know people were into like boob veins, but he was.
He didn't write hashtag butter time. He
That's-
just commented.
That's his thing. He likes.
Boob veins. Huh?
Apparently,
A new kind of porn.
yeah.
Wow.
Paige, you better run from Dracula.
Right. So I have a few. Everybody has
I
one.
was asking Paige, like, the equivalent would have, on a man's part, that's got to be a selling point, the vein, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she agreed.
Well, there's really
Yeah.
only just the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't give so many.
It's like a septic tank. You have
Especially,
to
you
drain
know,
it every
if-
once in a while.
If you have that V and then it looks like a sculpture.
Yeah,
that's
nobody's got
beautiful.
that. Maybe like 1%.
David,
Yeah.
Like, you'll never find a guy that has that V unless he just don't eat.
a V and a beautiful, what? That's what?
What?
That's a sculpture.
What?
You want me to say the word?
Adam's apple.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nailed it. All right. So
I
an,
don't know what you mean.
an Arizona woman went to Washington and she wanted to testify in front of the U.S. Senate about the dangerous side of artificial intelligence technology.
Oh,
when
good.
This is in the hands of criminals. So Jennifer DiStefano, she went to tell the U.S. about what happened, and she got a phone call from someone that she thought was her daughter. It sounded just like her daughter. Her daughter had been kidnapped, and this happened last April. And she was thinking that this was real, but she found out that the daughter was okay. So she wanted to alert our government and let them know that people can take something off a Facebook page that has your voice in it and use AI to scam you now in the United States. And this is happening every day. So we're going to see what happens in Washington after this goes on this week, and they're hearing all this that's going down.
What is it?
I'm laughing right now at Jethro. People at Jethro saying, "Stop lying, fat boy. You ain't got no friends."
Oh crap! I forgot the chat.
Buddies, I meant. Buddies aren't always friends. That's what I meant, buddies.
I think the dump of AI tools all at once for everybody to have is to once that swamp has been drained,
Uh-huh.
then they could say that's not a real picture.
You're right.
That's AI. That ain't my voice.
Yeah.
This man's right.
I didn't say that.
It's not my voice. I'm not responsible.
Why else would something that is literally lightning in a bottle just be given away? Like I said the other day, Jonas Salk, last person who did anything like that, just gave penicillin to everybody.
Yeah.
All of them.
Shrekley wanted to charge people nuts prices for that insulin or whatever it was.
I'd say he wanted the left one for it.
Yeah, the other one you get the Wu-Tang album.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 101.
And lastly, big holiday on Sunday. And did you know that Father's Day didn't become an official holiday until 1972?
I do. Most of our history has happened in the last 150 years.
I didn't think it was an official holiday at any point. It's just the thing. Like an official holiday, I feel like is like, one where Father's Day is always on a Sunday, but I feel like an official holiday is one where the bank's closed.
So,
And then you're a preacher and you got to work on Sunday too.
Uh-huh.
But then
Yeah.
again, that's the only day you have to work.
well, President Nixon was the one who officially declared it a holiday, and Mother's Day, on the other hand, was made official in 1914.
I'm not a crook.
So there you go.
Wow, right there around the time of the Confederate Daughters of America.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, look that up. That's a rabbit hole. Don't have plans this weekend? Google it.
You'll get into something.
They'll tell you some plans.
Well, I'm Paige, and those are your Rise Guys headlines.
All right, thank you, Paige. We will take a break. Don't forget, coming up, we will tell celebrities happy birthday or suck it, and I'm not going to say a major announcement, but an announcement of sorts coming up as well. Did I say shorts?
Sorts, I think.
Okay,
Shorts.
so I was-
An announcement of sports.
Morning, everybody.
Share special moments with the Rise Guys on your time. Get TRT's After Hours podcast on the Odyssey app. Create a profile and follow 93.3 The Planet on the